Today is December 4th, Thursday of the first week of Advent. Our reflection for today comes from readings of Isaiah chapter 26 and Matthew chapter 7. The readings bring us right into the heart of Advent spirituality. Trust, stability, and the kind of faith that stands firm. Prophet Isaiah poetically puts it, God sets up walls and ramparts for our protection. But immediately he tells us what makes the city strong. It is not its stones, it is not its walls, it is not its armies, but it is God. And the gates of the city are opened only to the just nation. That is, people who put their trust in the Lord. Isaiah was speaking to a people who knew all about shaky foundations. Their nations were invaded, their cities torn down, their future uncertain. They desperately need reassurance that God Himself will be their strength. So Isaiah cries out, "Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord is an eternal rock." That is the same message that Jesus gives in the gospel. He speaks about building a house, one on rock, the other on sand. The house on sand collapses when the storm comes. The house on rock stands firm. At first glance, this is a simple message, a simple parable. But Jesus is not giving us construction tips. He is talking about our lives. And notice something important. Both houses are hit by storms. Building on rock does not mean that the winds won't blow or the rain will not fall. It means that when life becomes difficult, overwhelming, or confusing, our foundations hold. In life, we know, regardless of our efforts to respond to grace and live faithfully, trials and tribulations will come, and sufferings will be part of our experience. However, if we let our lives be built on God and His Word, His promises, He will give us strength to withstand those challenging moments. The real difference lies in one phrase. Everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them. It is not just enough to admire Jesus' teaching, to hear them on Sundays, or even to agree with them on theory. That is why Jesus said, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only those who does the will of my heavenly Father." So the real difference is in the doing. A faithful life is not built through good emotions or pious intentions alone. It grows through daily choices, small, ordinary, sometimes even hidden, by which we try to live the gospel. Advent is a perfect season for this kind of quiet, steady building. The world around us leans toward noise, speed, and pressure. But Advent invites us to slow down and strengthen our foundation. It challenges us to turn words into lived faith. So, what does acting on His word really mean in life? It might be choosing patience with someone who is testing our nerves. It might be making time for prayer even when your schedule is full. It might be forgiving an old hurt, helping someone without expecting anything in return, or deciding to let go of a habit that keeps pulling you away from Jesus. These are not dramatic moments, but they are life changing ones. Every small choice in God's direction lays another stone on that solid foundation. And yet, Jesus does not say this to shame us. He says this to protect us because storms do come. Doubts, disappointment, illness, family struggles, financial worries, loneliness, stress. These storms are real. Jesus never promised that faith would prevent us from experiencing hardships. He promised something better, that He would make us stronger, able to withstand through those storms. Advent is a time of waiting, but it is also a time of strengthening. The one we are waiting for is the same one we are building our lives upon. If we let Him, He will quietly make us strong from within. So today, Jesus invites us to take a simple, honest look at our foundation. Where do we need to let Him become our rock again? May this Advent be a time not only preparing for Christmas, but of rebuilding our hearts, our foundation, firm, steady, rooted in the Lord who never fails. Have a blessed day in the Lord.